Hello! Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Narito po muli si Maestro Sani para atin pong ihalayhay ang Teacher's Portfolio para sa ating LMD2 Learning Delivery Course Modality for Teachers. Napapanahon po ito. Ito na po yung pinaka-updated. Napapanahon po kasi malapit na po tayo mag-submit ng ating portfolios. Siguro naman na i-prepare nyo na po lahat ng mga MOVs, pictures, kagaya ng pictures ng actual LAC implementation sa school, yun atin pong mga actual WHLP or weekly home learning plan at mga actual po na kaganapan sa ating implementation ng learning delivery modalities. And to start with, ito po yung ating LMD2 portfolio for teachers. Nakapaloob po rin po dito ang ating module 1 sa course orientation, the module objectives. So nandyan po lahat, hindi ko na po isa-isahin kasi alam na po nating lahat to. Ihahalayhay na lang po natin module by module. One, it is the course overview. We have here activity 1 and the suggested answers. Nandyan po. We have also activity 2 and lesson 2, organizing your learning action cell or the LAC activity. So yan po yung activity 2, LAC session venues, dates and topics. So depende po dun sa plan po ng school, ipipaste na lang po yung inyong LAC, school LAC plan dito. Siyempre, pag nag-request kayo ng copy, just comment po yung inyong email address sa aking YouTube channel po para ma-send ko po kaagad. Ang dami pong nagre-request ng mga dun sa nauna ko pong na-i-post na mga video. Maraming salamat po at sana po ituloy-tuloy po ang pag-support sa aking YouTube channel at para ganado din po akong mag-share ng aking mga insights at mga PowerPoint presentations ng iba't ibang topics regarding sa mga lessons at saka sa mga pwede pong gamitin sa promotion ng teachers. Po is the LAC profile. So nandyan po, meron din po kayo sa school niyan, pero ito po yung sample. Another is LAC facilitator information sheets. Meron din po kayo niyan. So yung sample, yung nasa soft copy po nito ay pwede pong palitan na lang yung mga pangalan dyan. So, proceed po tayo sa module 2. This is all about the most essential learning competencies or the MELCs. So we have lesson 1, the background, rationale, and development of MELCs. So, yeah. So we have here the activity 1 with sample answer. Pwede pong i-modify yung answer as long as at i-localize po sa inyong mga school, sa kaganapan po ng inyong mga schools. And next, you have here activity 2. Another activity that is merging or clustering of MELCs and sample, then retaining and dropping of MELCs. Ayan. Another lesson 2, unpacking and combining of MELCs into learning objectives. So we have here activity 1. Meron po tayong 1 and 2. 1 to 3 questions. Then, proceed po tayo sa module 3. Designing instruction in the different learning delivery modalities. Ayan. So, the module objectives nandyan. And we have lesson 1, understanding the different LDMs. So, ayan. So, sa amin po, sa school namin, ang pinakagamit po namin is the modular distance learning and meron po kaming ilang mga classes na pumili ng online distance learning. Yun yung mga completely ayaw natatakot makipagsalamuha sa mga tao, syempre in time of pandemic. So sinesend na lang po yung mga modules sa online. Then we have activity 2. Yan yung distance learning matrix. Nakasample po yan. May TV-based instruction, pero hindi pa po yan natin medyo nagagamit. Sa ibang mga regions yata nagagamit na. Nakipag-coordinate na sila sa mga radio. Pero meron na pala tayo sa may nilaan na po pala ang GMA na channel para po sa TV-based instructions. Yan, so blended distance learning. We proceed to activity 4. Yan po yung intervention list of targeted interventions. Then lesson 2, designing lessons and assessment in the different LDMs. Here we have here activity 1, activity 2, and activity 3 with their sample answers. So this is the learning task for delivery modalities. And we have here activity number 5. So formative and summative assessment. Na yan po yung content ng aming inset. Formative assessment, summative and formative assessment. We have lesson 3, guiding and monitoring learners in the different LDMs. So we have here activity 1. We have activity 3. That is weekly home learning plan, its purpose and components. Then, ayan, matatapos po tayo ng module 3A. Proceed po tayo B. So, the objectives of module 3B. By the end of this module, you will be able to associate learning resources with specific learning modalities. Access resources from online portals such as DepEd Commons and LR portals of the Department of Education. Then, explaining the importance of using quality assured learning resources. Ayan. So kailangan po yung ating mga learning resources ay quality assured, kasi marami pong mga issues regarding sa mga modules na ginagamit ng mga teachers. So kailangan po nating maging maingat sa mga ginagamit po nating modules para hindi po tayo malagay po sa alanganin. Then lesson 1 is all about learning resources map or learning resource maps for distance learning. So nakabase pa rin po yan sa inyong school learning continuity plan. Yan. So we have here activity 2 sa LAC session. Napaka-importante po ang mga LAC sessions sa school in order to guide and support teachers in the implementation of the different learning delivery modalities para po maging smooth ang ating implementation. Then lesson 2 is accessing learning resources from DepEd portals. Ayan, siguro naman alam na po natin on how to access the different learning materials. So kailangan po yung ating DepEd email account. Ayan, napaka-importante pong active yung ating DepEd email accounts in order for us to access all the learning portals of the Department of Education. Ayan, that is based from DepEd Memorandum dated March 2017-2020. The access of to DepEd Commons. Ayan. is lesson 3, assessing the LR materials. Yan, so tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, napakahalaga po na ma-assess natin ang mga learning materials or learning tools in order for us to quality assured yung ating mga LRs na ginagamit, learning materials na ginagamit. Then we have activity 2 and activity for sample answers. And here is activity 4. We have here rapid assessment for learning resource from DepEd sanctioned portals. Then proceed po tayo sa module 4, that is planning for continuing professional development and LAC planning. Yan. Napaka-importante po ang ating professional development as teachers kasi especially in this new normal, hindi po tayo pwedeng mag-stick to what we have already know. But we should always strive and we should always innovate ourselves in order to para po makipagsabayan tayo sa hinihiling na pagkakataon ng mga panahon na atin pong nararanasan. So the module objectives: carry out your plan for your continuing professional development. Isa yon. Then discuss the different professional development initiatives by the DepEd. So marami po yan. Then develop a plan, professional development plan. So dapat meron po tayo professional development plan para po matrack natin yung ating success as teachers. Kung qualified na po ba tayo for promotions or what, para po alam po natin yung mga papers na hinahanda po natin. At isa po yun sa mga content ng aking YouTube channel, how to prepare the pertinent documents for promotion to higher teaching positions. Ayan. So may na-i-upload na po ako doon, preparing for an income generating project. Meron na po yon. Then heading an school in service training, preparation of papers sa inset to be submitted from the district or from the division. Dalawa na po yon. Then sa susunod po i-share ko naman on how to make yung mga action research as pertinent document for promotion. Then sa lesson 1 po natin, reflecting on the professional life and development. Yan, kailangan po tayong mag-reflect kasi kung hindi po tayo magre-reflect, hindi po natin ma-assess yung ating mga sarili kung nasaan na po ba tayo since we were appointed as teacher. So kailangan po yun always reflecting your professional life and development. Kailangan nakaladder po tayo from the bottom umaangat. Ayan. Kaya dapat napaka-importante po na matrack natin ang ating professional development. Isa po sa mga pag-track ng professional development is by making your portfolio. Tapos dapat nakaayos po program by program yung mga ginagawa natin para po pag kailangan po natin ng papers, madali lang siyang hugutin sa ating filing folder. Then lesson 2, planning for the continuing professional development and participation in the LAC. So katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, LAC is one of the important element in professional development. Bakit po? Kasi ito po ay libre na binibigay po sa school or ini-implement ng school, I should say. And for that, we'll proceed to lesson 5, building the teaching portfolio related to the implementation of the different learning modalities. And yan. By the end of this module, you will be able to list down the evidence of LDM implementation. Then makailangan po natin yung mga evidences, modes of evidences, or modes of verifications. Plan for how to make sure that you will be able to relate these evidences to your professional practice based on the professional standards. Ayan, yung PPST po. Dapat naka-align pa rin po tayo sa Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers. So for the lesson 1 po, the teaching portfolio and its content. So meron po tayo dyan, activity 1, activity 2, hindi ko na po iisa-isahin yan. Bahala na po kayong maghalayhay at mag-modify ng mga sample answers. And we have activity 3. Then, ito po yung kailangan nating ipasa, list of suggested evidences in the learning modality. First is documentation of lesson delivery. That is, ang output po natin dyan is at least 2 recorded teaching lessons. Then, Google Classroom. Ayan, para siguro ito sa mga online teachers. Para sa mga MPL naman, pwede po nating i-submit yung ating mga communications between the teacher and the parents, then yung mga instructions, then kung nagpapasubmit po kayo ng mga pictures and outputs of the learners. Kami po sa aming school, meron po kaming weekly kamustahan na inaalaw po yung mga parents sa modular learning delivery modality na mag-Google Meet or mag-Zoom para po makumusta yung mga teachers. So pwede pong isubmit yung mga yon as proof of evidences. Then, researching and incorporating teaching strategies in the modality. So, yun po yung ating weekly home learning plan. Kung nag-implement po kayo ng mga teaching strategies, how can you teach the lesson in the ODL and in the MDL. So, kailangan po nating maglagay ng dalawang weekly home learning plan per month. So, nag-start po tayo ng October. So, October 2 plus December 2. So, meron na po tayong 4 weekly home learning plan na ilalagay po sa ating portfolio. Then, participation in depth and recognized educational resources trainings in set and block sessions. Ayan. Yung mga certificates po natin napakahalaga as proof of evidences. Then, organizing the professional portfolio. Ayan na po. Ito na nga po yung ating portfolio. Then, submission of portfolio to LAC coaches or LAC leaders. Any proof of submission from the coach or from the LAC leader. So, kailangan po makuha natin na makapaglagay ng proof of evidence. Then, technical assistance, video recording. Ayan, kung meron, kami po katatapos po ang aming technical assistance kahapon from sa isang PSDS or Public Schools District Supervisor ng aming division. Meron pa rin po tayong lesson 2, the evaluation of rubrics. Ayan. Meron po ng mga suggested rubrics. Meron po yata sa mga principal nito sa kanilang LDM din. So, pwede pong maka-request ng copy nun. Pwede po yun sa mga school heads. Then, ito po, suggested evidences in the learning modality. So, ito po yung documentation natin. So, sa first, at least 2 recorded teaching lessons or Google Classroom. So, pwede po ninyong kung meron po yung content ng video. Pero kung ganito namang soft copy, pwede pong i-paste kahit po sa PowerPoint. Kaya kung gusto nyo pong mag-request ng PowerPoint at saka nung soft copy mismo, yung document file ng PowerPoint at saka document file nito po ng portfolio preparation, pwede po just comment po yung inyong email address at syempre po kailangan po syempre panoorin po ninyo yung aking mga videos at wag po sanang skip yung mga ads para po matulungan ninyo ako para po mag-benefit din kayo sa mga ginagawa kong video. Ayan. So, let us just give and take. Ano po, maraming salamat po. So, next. Yan, incorporating teaching strategies in the modality. So, yan po yung sinasabi kanina. I-paste na lang po dyan yung inyong weekly home learning plans. Siyempre, 2 per month. Mag-add space na lang kayo kung dito po sa PowerPoint. Then, pag sa document po, sa Microsoft document po, mag-add na lang po ng page. Then, next is participation in the DepEd's recognized educational resource trainings like INSETs and LAC sessions. So, yan, yung mga certificate po na nag-gain. Organizing the professional portfolio, syempre, yung mga evidences kung paano kayo mag-organize, pwede namang mga pictures or yung etong portfolio mismo. So, eto na yon. So, pwedeng picturean lang yung unahan, tapos yung ikaw po na gumagawa, that is that can serve as the proof of evidence. Then, submission of portfolio, pwede pong manghingi sa ating LAC leader or sa ating LAC coach ng proof for submission. Then, syempre, pagka soft copy ang submission, naka-detail naman po sa ating coach or sa LAC leader yung mga dates ng submission ng ating mga portfolio. Then, technical assistance, video recording or pictures. Kahit technical assistance from the supervisor or from the school heads or from the master teachers or from the LAC leader. Ayan. Marami pong mga pwedeng pagkuhanan yan. Excuse me po. Then, other types of evidences relevant to your modality, conducting LAC sessions on teaching strategies and modalities, write-ups. So, yung mga insights, pwede po ilagay dito. Your insights, your learnings. Then, pwede rin po sigurong ilagay dito yung accomplishment report ng LAC sessions, yun, or accomplishment report ng INSET. Yan. Pwede pong maka-ask ng copy sa inyong SBM coordinator. Siya po na nagsi-safekeep lahat ng mga records na yan. And intervention materials for significant learners. So, kung meron po tayong ginagawang mga intervention materials like reading materials, ayan, pwede pong ilagay dyan. Then, conduct innovative work plan. Ayan, ang sabi po sa amin nung aming PSDS kahapon, kasi meron po kaming ni-report na may gawa po ang aming SPED teachers na 3 C's. Yung communication, tapos collaboration, tapos creation and curation. So, yun yung 3 C's. Pwede raw yun gawing, parang gawa kayo ng models. The 3 C's in implementing the LDM. So, parang mga ganun po. Then, maglalagay lang po ng mga pictures as evidence of the implementation. Then, write-ups kung paano nyo isinagawa. Yan. Hindi ko na po mailagay yung sample kasi katatapos lang po. Yan. So with that, maraming salamat po and thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Pindutin po ang notification bell para po sa mga susunod pang, para kayo po ay ma-notify sa mga bagong videos pa na i-upload ko. Yan, maraming salamat po and bye for now.